The Kevin Durant sweepstakes has new life, and the Memphis Grizzlies are one of the teams interested in landing the superstar. Avery Braxton is here to break down whether the chances of landing Durant are even realistic. How about it, Avery?
Well, Richard, in short, the Grizzlies could put together an enticing package for the Nets. The problem is it's likely much more than they're willing to give. NBA insider Shams Charania poured new gas on the fire that is the Kevin Durant trade rumors. In a new report for The Athletic on Monday, Charania has the Grizzlies as the latest team interested in bringing in the 12-time All-Star to their city. But is it real interest or just off-season gossip? The Commercial Appeals to Michael Cole says it's the former.
I think the Grizzlies are more so just kicking the tires here, just trying to get an idea, okay, what will it take to get Kevin Durant? How much is the cost? Can we do it without giving up X or Y?
The Grizzlies have 5 draft picks they could use in a package to the Nets and plenty of players to match Durant's $44 million salary next year. If Cole were playing GM.
Steven Adams, $17 million, in the final year of a $17 million deal, he has to be included in this. Danny Green, last year of his deal as well, that's $10 million right there. Dylan Brooks is another contract you could potentially throw in there. $11 million. He's a little bit over $11 million this year.
And then toss in an enticing young player like Zaire Williams and maybe one of the rookies. Off the table, though, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane. New York Post Brooklyn Nets writer Brian Lewis says if you're offering up your 4th best player for KD, you're wasting your time.
I think their preference is to bring him into camp, and they're not interested in taking a deal that's subpar. And for the most part, every deal they've been offered is probably subpar.
Subpar partially because the market has been reset by the Rudy Gobert deal, where the Jazz received 5 impact players and 5 draft picks for their all-defensive center.
Sean Marks can then take a step back and say, okay, Rudy Gobert is a nice player. This is Kevin Durant. You know who he is. So, yeah, that kind of changes the complexion of things and makes it even more difficult.
Ultimately, depth has been the Grizzlies' MO, and Cole doubts they'll gut the team to make a superstar splash.
And I think this front office, they value this team that they built from the ground up, from having the number 2 pick, 4 years ago, to now being in position to compete for a title.
Now, you can't really match the value of a future Hall of Famer in Kevin Durant, but if the Grizzlies refuse to part ways with any of their top 3 players, the chances of the Slim Reaper donning Bluff City Blue remain, well, slim. Richard.